Hey everyone, this is the LEGO BrickHeadz Bright Bomber from the Fortnite theme. It's the 254th BrickHeadz and it was offered as a gift with purchase on LEGO.com and in LEGO stores for eligible purchases, and it might be available for sale later on just as its own set, but for now it's a gift with purchase only. Here's a look at the back of the box, as well as the various sides, and it's of course based on the character in-game for LEGO Fortnite. Let's see what we got here. In the set we got 3 unnumbered bags, as well as this plate right here. And these instructions that I will not be using. There's no QR code to scan for points because this is a set we get for free, but there's a survey at the back that you can fill if you want. I'm going to see if there's any interesting information here about the Fortnite character, but apparently not. It just tells you open the bag and start building, so I'm not going to even look at that, but I will show you the part list at the end of the build. And this should be available on LEGO.com either right now or shortly thereafter. And here is a look at some of the other LEGO Fortnite sets. Comment down below if you're interested in any of these. Alright. Let's get right into it. And because there's only one building phase for these bags, I'm just going to put them in 3 different piles to make things easier to sort through. Oh, and one good thing about the box is that it does show you the character from the front and from the back, so no guessing, we can see everything here. That's very nice to get. So I'm wrapping up the build, and I'm just going to improvise a little bit. I'm going to remove one of these pieces from here, just so I could use it upstairs. But of course there's more than one way to put this thing together. But the inner details to me don't matter as much as the external ones. So when this goes here, then we're able to make this look pretty much like what we would see on the box, more or less. Yeah, I have a little bit of a gap here and here. I don't like the gray here, but I would need to rearrange the pieces a little bit more to complete it. But overall, this is what we got. And I built it, of course, not following the instructions, so all these pieces are left to spare. So I will not criticize LEGO for this gap. That's on me. And also this purple right here. But overall, this is what you get. This is the Bright Bomber, and it's a cute little BrickHeadz. I like the eyes. We've seen these many, many times before, but they're nice to see each time. The print here is a bit weak. You see the white here on the pink brick is not the same as the white of the white piece. In person it's very noticeable, on camera it's a little bit less noticeable, I believe. So that is an issue though. I do wish that the printing here would be a bit stronger. Taking a step back, this BrickHeadz is almost all head, so most of the pieces and most of the effort goes into building this head right here, including the very nice ponytail. And the body is quite simple in comparison, with the exception of this print right here, the supply llama printed there. I believe this is going to be an exclusive piece. I don't know if we're going to see this piece ever again. I like the pickaxe here as well, so that's a nice addition. And yeah, there's not much to say about the legs or the main body. Really, the focus of this is the head. And yeah, we do get the standard stand. So yeah, the head of this thing was pretty nice to put together, nice to figure out. You do have to figure out the multiple layers, and we have here the magenta or very dark pink color. I think this is more magenta. And a bit of the, I believe this is nougat used for the skin tone. So nice contrast there. We have here these glasses that are actually done using an interesting technique. The lenses are actually attached separately from this frame here. It's not all one frame, but it looks as if it's one frame, so that's nice. I built this pretty much the way it should be built, except, as I mentioned earlier, this gap right here, just because I'm building this in a bit of a rush, when I think I need to add a couple more pieces here. Okay, now we're done with the build, but I'm not going to repeat all the stuff I already said. It's pretty much the same idea. Here's a look from the top. Here, this might not be the best look, but I think I kind of see here that this piece somehow goes in here, although I'm not quite sure how to fit it in there. I might be off by one plate, so this should go in there to make that look a little bit nicer and smoother. But overall, this is the BrickHeadz, and yeah, if you build this according to instructions, you're not going to have these two as extra pieces, but you will have the small pieces right here. So it's pretty close to what it should be. And just before we wrap up, let's do a size comparison with another BrickHeadz. This is the Marvel Iron Man. Here are the set details, and this is a set that I also built without the instructions earlier in the year. All the BrickHeadz are generally the same size, but because of the hair, this one is a bit taller, and it has a bit more interesting shaping. Nothing against the Iron Man, it's just that this has a lot more interesting shapes because of the hair, including the ponytail. This one is much simpler in contrast. They look good next to each other. They belong in the same universe, although it's kind of ridiculous to see Iron Man in such a cartoonified style. But this, I think, is a bit closer to the source material. It's a game, and games are pixelated and square, so it kind of makes sense. And here's a comparison with the size of a minifigure, and this is Alex, also from Minecraft, which is another game. So that's what a BrickHeadz would look like compared to a minifigure, in case you have not seen this before. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this set. It's a pretty nice set to get, especially for free as a gift of purchase. Maybe it will be available later for sale on its own, just like what happened with one of the Lord of the Rings BrickHeadz that was a gift of purchase with the Rivendell set, and then it was available on its own for purchase if you just want to get the BrickHeadz. And I think the spending threshold for, I think it was around $100 for this thing, give or take, that's the general amount, is reasonable. So basically spend $100 on any theme, not necessarily Fortnite, and you get this BrickHeadz. Yeah, I think it's a good deal. And if they sell this on its own, it has a few more pieces than the Iron Man. This one was sold for $10 US, $15 Canadian, or thereabouts. This one, I think because of the higher piece count, if they do sell it, it's probably going to be about $5 more, which I think is fine. Like, I could see this selling for $15 US. It's not a crazy thing to ask, although, of course, I would like it to be sold for less. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the LEGO Fortnite Bright Bomber, the very first LEGO Fortnite BrickHeadz set. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.